So I should be alright. Should be. Whatever. Yeah, we'll chop, actually, because that'll allow me a more timely defense. And yes, I gotta camp in a few turns. So we're just gonna finish the road network, get the trade network going. Hurry up and finish the libraries. You guys suck. Yeah. Non-financial cottages aren't the greatest. They are keeping me alive here in terms of money. But they're still not ideal. And actually cities over here are more desirable to settle sooner because, well, they're not as far from my capital. Although I could run up here and grab Silver Horse and what have you as well. So I'm going to do that actually. Alright. Unfortunately, without iron, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot. You know what? Or I mean iron working. I don't need iron. 7 times 5, 350. Oh, it's close. It is so close. Why, game? Why must you do these things to me? Such a hater. Yeah, I guess I'll improve the cow as well. Not a bad secondary site, really. I'd prefer to emphasize commerce here, but, you know, whatever. Get some military units out, probably not the most horrible idea in the world. Because KMod will punish you for low military. Well, better AI will punish you for lower military, more so than others. And I am behind, and I'm not 100% guaranteed not to have Sitting Bull declare on me as well. And that is making me nervous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the road network between these two cities. And while this city is pumping defenses there, I think I will pump some defenses for here. A couple axes and a spear and a wall in a city on a hill or a wall, and you're pretty good in this game. I mean, you're not guaranteed survival with that. Well, you pretty much are. It'll let you react in time to save yourself, is what I guess I should say. And yeah, there I'm just gonna scout and make sure that I can settle everything that I need to. Pre-road. Yeah, I think the benefits of waiting to get more library action are not worth waiting to improve these tiles at this point. So I'm going to research Alphabet, assuming no one has it. Yeah, okay. And to try and trade for ironworking ASAP. And I'm just going to mass up some libraries otherwise. It's so tempting to come down here, but I'm already struggling financially. It's just one of those things, you know. You don't want to lose the game for yourself. That's a bad thing to do. Losing on purpose sucks. Oh jeez. Oh, I even have a marble city available to me. Look at all this ice crap. But the resources aren't bad. It's just not a priority to settle up there right now. Maybe soon. Okay. Yeah, cottage up. I don't need a cottage too many of my cities, just Athens and Moscow. Although, maybe whatever this city is, I'll cottage it. It has a source of food. It can tile share another source of food once I get this source of food and some farms. And it's got the riverside thing going on with enough food to handle it. And again, up here, although this would be so late that I'm not sure I could really make use of it to the potential. But something like this would be lots of riverside, although the production here isn't bad either, so maybe I'll use it for that. And then, man, this is digging in the bottom of the barrel, but we'll probably do that very late. So many cities, wow. This is like game over, just about. And I think I'd like to settle this now to make sure that I completely seal it off. That should keep Sitting Bull from griefing me too much with culture too. Because I do have creative as a boost. And then I probably want to improve the food first anyway though. So otherwise it'll take forever to grow that city into anything decent. Where else am I hurting for worker turns? I'm actually not hurting for worker turns that badly. To be fair. Most of my cities are doing pretty well, especially since I'm not relying on slavery. It would raise my upkeep. So I think what I want to do then is get a road system out here so that I can hook up to silver, because I don't have sailing. I might be able to pick sailing up. If I have pick sailing up, then actually let's assume that I'm going to be able to do that. That way I can just settle that city right away and get the commerce from it. And am I getting foreign trade? I'm not. It's a big deal. I should be. Let's get foreign trade. Get a route through Sitting Bull. Yeah, Kublai Khan is liking me now. That's a very good thing, as he's one of the aggressors on this island. This island, and more continent. Well, whatever. Yay! I will make it! I will make it to Alphabet. Always a plus. Get those trade networks now. Thank you. And, you know, for the time being, almost 70 beakers a turn. Not terrible, considering I rushed. But yeah, how am I at 0% now? I want to make sure I get Alphabet, but I don't need a lot of overflow right now. I'd rather make sure that I don't strike. That's the higher priority. You know, any city with libraries that's starting to work on improved tiles, I pretty much can just spam in some scientists now. And man, Moscow's getting out of control. I guess because I emphasize commerce, though, it's worth it. The working those tiles in Moscow is worth it. That's going to be my bureaucracy city. It's going to be really strong. Whoa, actually? Yeah, it's unlikely I'm going to be able to trade writing for anybody else. And this mod, the AIs will offer you like trades that are better than you would get otherwise. Let's see if one of those are one of them. No, it's a pretty even trade. Whatever. The we fear you're becoming too advanced is less of an issue in Kmod as well, because they only care about stuff that actually makes you more advanced than them. When you're trading for back arrow attacks, it's not as big a deal. Okay, so you are not anybody's worst enemy, really? Okay.
You should hammer your iron when it is blowing.
And there we go, we have iron working. Very crucial, because now we can improve these gems. Oh, that would be why. Ha! Really now? Gilgamesh declares war on Kublai. That is amusing. Oh, also, runaway AI in this game are really, really strong under Kmod, so you have to be careful of that. Some of the AI still implode, but the ones who start running away get kind of sick, so take that as you will, I suppose. Does anyone have currency? And yeah, here. Not bad, but work better tiles. Does anyone have currency? No, and that would not be a bad technology for me to have. Yeah, the governor's a bit better under Kmod, but it's not perfect, so you still want to look. Wow, this city's just nice for hammers. No joke. But it doesn't mean I can trust Sitting Bull, so I'm still going to prep. And that's interesting. This is an upgraded city now that I'm looking at it because of the iron. It's, I value it more now. Let's get a library going. Must spam military to survive. It doesn't cost that much when you have this many cities either. Now, will someone trade me sailing? You will. They'll trade me masonry too, which I would be happy to get that. Yeah. Build some walls. And yeah, now because I have sailing, I can immediately settle this city. And as you'll see, trade routes. Significantly less taxing on the economy to settle cities that are connected to a trade network and are getting trade routes, especially foreign trade routes, which I do have now. And I can improve that city right away. I don't have to worry about roads there for a long time. It's better to plant cities under those conditions, trust me. And I'm probably going to split this into a few parts. I just hope the audio is acceptable based on my tests. Ooh, I could settle stone, make a run at pyramids. I probably wouldn't get them in time. You know what? Let's go full on econ here. I think that's a wise choice. Because then I can chop out more workers and settlers. In fact, I'll buff up my worker count. That way, when my ability to grow increases, I'll be ready. And then I'll start pre-improving tiles too. Make this a lot better of a situation for myself. I am in the green, so not, or I guess in the black we call it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm not in danger of strike. And that's what we care about. Yes, we're always glad to help when you make nonsense demands that are very, very minimally beneficial to you and do not cost much for me to give. Those are the good kinds of AI demands where you actually get benefit because they asked you for something. Okay. Yeah, actually, I don't think cottages will work here, because by the time I'm willing to settle this, I'm just going to farm it. Basically, if you're working cottages, you want to work them early. That's the golden rule when it comes to cottages, unless you're financial, because when you're financial, you have a bit more leeway. And hopefully I can get some tile control on this tile. I am creative, and Sitting Bull isn't. And I will have a library here, which is as good as he can have. Should be okay. Yeah, granary. Actually, just to be safe, build walls, and then we'll go to library. That I can't do. I'm not going to get into wars, because I don't have enough military forces to actually do anything in the wars. Yeah, so forget that. Man, is my road network that bad? We're taking rather circuitous routes here. I guess it's fine, though. I'm not under immediate threats. So, you go up there and help hook up all that stuff. That's great. Haha, culture troll. Not entirely unnecessary, to be honest. AI will burn you. Ooh, does anyone have spare luxuries? No. You have monarchy. There we go.
A multitude of
Looking good. Mortgage any tech lead I have to get
one ruler, one king.
more stuff. Yeah, now I'll be pouring in happiness. There we go. I'm finally going to cottage over the floodplain farm. Immediately get these gems. The gems are really strong. How am I on health? It won't be that long until I start pushing health, especially as I chop forest, so I actually will bother to hook up the deer, because the deer is an extra health resource, and I might be able to trade it for something too later. No, I'm not really in the mood to fight the Sumerians, or stop trading with the Sumerians, or do anything that's bad with the Sumerians. I'll pass on that. Yeah, and so these like non-riverside tiles, they're not so great. I mean, they're all right. They're good if you're financial. You can just cottage them. If you're not financial, you are talking about a lot of investment to grow onto them, and then afford the military, police, or whatever else you need to work them, when you could just run a specialist and not wait. So I find it hard to justify growing onto them usually. Usually. And while it seems like my tech is pretty poor, I mean, we're still in the BCs because I'm playing kind of slowly. And yes, we get a winery. Let's do that. And here, in the capital, the military police is probably worth your while. Although, yeah, because you get bureaucracy bonuses on that. So that's one of the exceptions to the rule. When you get those bureaucracy bonuses, the lift is quite huge. And yeah, I'm actually pretty reasonably on par in power here. Maybe I can pull out a peace vassal deal or something. That is something about Kmod. The AI will cut its military if it's not planning war and doesn't perceive a threat. And that will make it do better economically. You have to be careful about that. They will hit certain tech thresholds much sooner in Kmod than they would otherwise. So it's not something that you can just dally on, so to speak. And yeah, here's an example of the government not doing what you want. And I'll just run some scientists there. Here too, it was pretty close, but yeah, you know what are you doing? Don't work that. This is actually better. It gives me the same amount of food, and this goes straight into research. Well, I guess it's I guess I have the money to afford that, so whatever. Yeah, look at that. Staying on par and power. That's not bad. Not bad for Emperor. Oh, what? Oh yeah, they settle through you now. I forgot about that. Well, isn't that amusing? There's gonna be hell to pay, Sitting Bull. Hell to pay. Because we are going to culture troll you like no tomorrow. Frickin' jerk. That was ill-advised. I mean, not only does it piss me off, but more importantly to the AI, I'm assuming. And I'm actually going to stop building military for a little while, because I probably have enough. Nope, nope. There we go. More importantly to the AI, it's not going to be able to do a whole lot with the city. It's going to get cultured so badly that it's just not an intelligent placement of a city. And alright, they made peace. They can, under Kmod, plot war against somebody they have a peace treaty with, I'm pretty sure. So that's another change from the base game, where the game would glitch out if they had a 10-turn treaty, and then they wouldn't consider somebody they had a 10-turn treaty with as somebody that they could eventually declare on again until that was over. So they'd be willing to travel across the world and screw themselves over, which was really bad. I guess. And then you can come down and do that. Alright, so we have everything we care about in this city already. We don't need to road this because it's hooked up by a river. So I guess I'll go over here and improve the deer. There's not much to it once you want some decent roads, I guess, but they're not that. They're not like critical. Unless you need the movement. A lot of times even hooking up resources early is too much a cost. My problem with this is it's gonna make Sitting Bull, yeah. Look, those borders spoke tension because they settled into you. Herp. Yeah, that's great. He might get a little grabby with me then. But that's why we have the ability to build walls, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna build walls in all of the border cities. And then if he tries his dog soldiers on me, well, it's not going to work out because I have walls. Walls. Did they fix that? I don't think they bothered in Kmod. I'm pretty sure they didn't care. What are you doing? Work that. Yeah, whatever. Now, currency would be enormously useful at the moment. It would basically double up my trade network stuff. Stop it! Stop working on approved tiles. Go this plus this. Yeah, whatever, because I'll grow onto the gold next turn. Run over here. Do I have a worker for this? I do. And, oh yeah, with sailing, I don't need any trade network here. I can just... Ooh, actually, do I have a coastal... That's interesting. We'll find out if I actually do have a trade network now that I'm looking at it. It's not a guarantee. And yeah, oddly enough, this is a Sitting Bull border. I was expecting this to be somebody else's. I guess Samaria can come for me, too, through that passage. But it's largely Sitting Bull. Go for the fail gold. Go for it. Yeah. Look at that. He's got another settling party. This is just obnoxious. Okie dokie game. I don't want to close borders with him because the expense. I lose a lot of trade route income. Besides, his griefing is not really gonna save him. Still unpleasant though. Yes. Settle through you. I don't know that that was a good idea to program because it's so, like, these are so strategically terrible. Like, you can't protect that. I have so many easy angles on it. And it's not a very good city in terms of tiles work. So he's really kind of screwing himself with that. Yeah, he actually thought better of it, interestingly. He didn't want to settle a tundra city all the way across the empire. Imagine that. Still, I guess I can pull out another worker here and finish my network up there and get some fur for even more happiness. Does anyone have their calendar resources yet? No, of course you don't. You wouldn't have anything so useful. Of course not. Oh, jeez. See, do I have reason to be nervous here? Yeah, I do actually. I have reason to be nervous here. So instead of research or workers or anything else, we are going to we're going to go back. And he's not really leaning on the horse units very much, so I'll start with axes again rather than the spear. And yeah, hopefully he gives me enough time to chop out the walls at least. Because dog soldiers, good as they are, do not fight through walls against axes very well. Chop it all. And yeah, that's it's good to have defenses. His forces won't be able to do that much to me now because I have defenses. But okay, we'll find out if that's actually the case or not in the next video series. I think I will split this into multiple parts, assuming that the recording works at all. But now that we're at 180, I'll make this a stopping point. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. It's good to be back, certainly. And alright, Gilgamesh declares war on the Sitting Bull, so we'll have some fireworks in the next game. No, not in the next game, but in the next part. So until then, viewers, give a like if you are enjoying what you are seeing, and I will see you in the next part. Me and team signing off.